Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, Brazil. Happy New Year's. It's the first meeting of the year. I'm very excited because I have here Evren from Turkey. We met so many years ago on the ship. I also have Dora here who worked on the ship as well with us. So it's going to be lots of fun tonight. I know he's single. So if there's single ladies here or people who are watching, they can contact him. That's for sure. And he's lots of fun, always been, and didn't change much, I would say. Still like a
Yeah,
bachelor, enjoying life, having fun, and a very, very good person. So, Evelyn, welcome, and please introduce yourself a little bit to us, and we're going
thank
to
you,
start
thank
with the
you.
questions.
And thank you, friends, for joining us, for each one of you. Hello, my name is Evren. I'm Turkish. Now I'm living in Turkey, in Ankara, the capital city. Uh, I'm dealing with marble business. I'm exporting marble from Turkey. Turkey has the world's 40% of marble reserves. So we have a lot of marble. So I'm exporting mostly to Europe, sometimes to America. But I have been in this business for 17 years. Before I was a sales director of a big factory. And the last 2.5 years, I opened my own company and I'm exporting myself. So uh, I don't know. Should I talk about my life from the beginning, or what should I say? I mean, or I go with questions. How should we do?
That's enough. That's enough. I'm sure some of them got curious enough to have some questions already. I will start with the comments because you are a competitor. You know that, right? So I work with quartz composites. We
Composite,
changed
yeah,
now
yeah.
the in our factory we are using minerals instead of quartz, but it's still a very big competitor from us, I would say. So the question is, um, I have one customer in Turkey, and
Okay,
he doesn't when he places his orders, usually have like four category of slabs of
okay.
the project that we sell. They usually go for the lowest because of the price as well. So the question is, how is composite viewed in Turkey? Do you think like most people you still use marble? Because here in Belgium, um, it's not that popular anymore. It's been like 20 years that it's really decreasing in sales.
Well, same as elsewhere in the world, composite was very popular because of durability, because of the strength, especially when you use it for kitchen countertops. You know,
Mhm.
durability and strength of the material, unscratched material, let's say, uh, were very important. And with composite materials, you can make many different colors for many different tastes of architecture. So, but of course, any like maybe you know the story about Australia. It was banned
Mhm.
in Australia
Yeah,
due
it
to
is
health
still. It
health
is
reasons
still.
because when you cut composite material, quartzite material especially,
Yeah.
there is silica inside which is harmful for the health of workers. So in Australia, the government banned quartzite material to be used at homes, and many people switch to marble or some other natural materials, but marble is not as durable as quartzite, to be honest. And as there is modern architectural concepts elsewhere in the world, same in Turkey, marble sounds like old school for many
Yeah.
people, for many young people. So they prefer something more modern looking. But for any luxurious project, of course, original natural stone, marble or similar, or granite, but especially marble is the number one choice here as well. But I don't know your customer. Is it Stoneline, the name of the company?
No,
No?
those guys are big ones. He's
Yeah.
a
Uh,
small, like let's say, not even medium. He's very small. But
yeah.
let's talk about something else. Who is ready with
Okay.
a question? please raise your hands, and we're going to come back to that later. I mean, another time, all right? Okay, Vanderlei, he's ready.
Nice to have you, and I'm glad to be back. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. So, and welcome, Evren.
Thank you.
I remember years ago reading a book about the Silk Road, and I know the Silk Road predominantly went through Turkey during the Roman days. So that's how I know about Turkey. But it's interesting because when I came to Brazil, my aspiration was to be a importer exporter. And I was heavily discouraged because they say it's very complicated in Brazil because of the taxes and the laws here. But tell me about the life of an exporter, what it's like.
Well, I can also tell you something about the natural stones business in Brazil because I have been to Brazil many times. I mean, when I used to work in a ship with Simon and Dora, I spent 6 months in Brazil. But other than that, after getting into marble business, I have been to Vitoria several times. And there's you have a
The heart. Was the
marble
heart.
fair there. Yeah, Vitoria. Yeah. And so Brazil has very interesting natural stones. I mean, granite or quartz, whatever. You have unbelievable colors like blue, natural stone, and it's in blue color. This is unbelievable. So you have very beautiful materials in Brazil, and you are exporting a lot to United States. You are one of the top exporters of natural stones to America. And you have a lot of companies exporting natural stones to America, which we cannot compete as Turkey because you have exotic colors. We don't have exotic colors. We have standard colors like beige, white, black, gray. Most of the world buy them from us, from Turkey. But exotic colors people buy from Brazil. How it is about export-import business? Well, in the current global situations, it's not easy. It's very difficult because the war in Russia and Ukraine makes everything more difficult. Europe is my main market, but they have problem about natural gas. And countries like Germany, for example, they are the most important economy in Europe, but they keep the money for themselves because they do not see the future. They are not sure about the future. So they keep the money. So the construction slow down. So it affects everything. Same about the war in Israel with Palestine in Middle East. These things affect everything very negatively, and it's very difficult right now to export something. My strategy in this difficult time is to sell something for the high economy class because this is the only possibility for me, it looks like. I mean, there are two options. Either you will choose the very cheap material, which is very problematic in terms of quality, in terms of profit margins, or the strategy that I choose is to go to upscale markets because they have money, they always continue constructions. So I visit in the world some countries where there are a lot of money, like Monaco, like Saudi Arabia, like some parts of America, some parts of Europe also. There is business in high economy, but in middle economy class, unfortunately, business is not good nowadays. This is the situation.
I think he answered your question, right? Vanderlei, I think like the problem also with Brazil, for us, we have lots of difficulties to ship containers to Brazil because of the high level of taxes. It would be interesting, like for you to work with Brazil with marble, and for us with composites to work with Brazil, because we have some companies who are interested, but then when they see the price and they see how much hassle it is to get stuff into Brazil, of course, it's very difficult. On the other hand, I also have some customers, American customers, who have their employees in Brazil, in Belo Horizonte, and we are in touch every week. So they do work like 90% with Brazil. So Brazil is exporting a lot, as you said, to America and everywhere in the world because of the. It's just like in Victoria, as he said, is the heart of the natural stones in Brazil. So there's not much else we can do about it. So we just have to accept the fact that Brazil has exotic colors and good product as well.
Beautiful, beautiful material.
Yeah, for the rest of the world, it's a little bit a shame that we cannot compete with some stuff. But anyhow, Laura is here with some questions. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, hello. I love this topic because I work with marble, granite, exotic stones too. I live in Espírito Santo, where you
There
came.
you go.
Yeah, so yeah, you came to the right place, you know. Here in Brazil, the biggest place with exotic stones is in Espírito Santo. So I'd like to ask you, because I have already tried to sell to some Turkey customers, and it was a little bit hard because especially then they didn't like the exotic, the green one, the blue one, as you said. So I'd like to ask you, what usually architectural area in Turkey, what is the most nowadays, you know, what is on fashion, what Turkish people buying of natural stones?
Well, Turkey is a different story. I mean, when you say Turkey, it has a lot of different Turkey inside. Like Istanbul is like another country. It's like a country by itself, like with 20 million population. And you can find the most luxurious skyscrapers, buildings, residential projects. But when you go to middle part of Turkey, Anatolia region, that's another part that marble is not used much. And there is also a resort of the Aegean Sea, Bodrum. There are a lot of luxury villas that people from other countries buy villas from. It's a resort. We have several resorts, like in Mediterranean coast and of the Aegean Sea line. So during the last 10 years, like elsewhere in the world, gray colors were popular. Gray. But you know, white marble is always number one throughout the history. You know, Turkey is like before it was Roman Empire. Turkey, this land was Roman Empire, and we have a lot of marble structures from that time, like Ephesus. Maybe you heard of that ancient city, Ephesus, etc. They're always used white marbles. So white is always popular, white is always expensive, gray is popular, light gray, black sometimes if there's a good, nice black with white veins, this is also popular. So far, the beige, cream beige is always a popular color in architecture in Turkey. It's the same like in Europe, because, you know, architects imitate each other elsewhere in the world. They open the internet and they look at the projects and they imitate each other. So if somebody makes something in England, it's popular in Turkey too, or in America, whatever.
Thank you, Evren. Because in the company that I was working until a few days ago, they had green, blue, pink, you know, very, very exotic. Almost nobody else has these colors, but it's very hard to enter in some markets. You know, it's very specific, so it's not that easy to sell because of the price, because it's very expensive.
And also, it's a very boutique color. These colors are boutique colors. Like
they are.
It doesn't bring big quantities. Yes, like in the trade fair in China, in the marble fair, pink and green was popular last year. But I don't think that the quantities will be high.
No.
And also, one thing I'd like to tell you about Vitória, Brazil. There was Vitória Stone Show, you know it, the marble fair, like the stone fair.
And also Cachoeiro. Have you heard
Cachoeiro,
about Cachoeiro?
yes.
I live in Cachoeiro.
Yeah, I have been there also.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
Which company? Do you remember the company's name?
No, I visited the trade fair. There was
The
another
fair.
trade
Okay,
fair.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
but
been to the last one in 2024. Have you been to
no,
the
last
recent
time
one, the last one?
it was 2015 and
I
2016
was not there. Okay.
in Vitoria and that
Yeah.
Casoeira, and
Yeah,
that was I attended to many fairs around the world,
I
but
believe this.
Victoria Stone Fair was my favorite. You know why?
Oh, good to know.
Because it was on February when it was winter in my country.
And
I
summer
flew
here.
to Brazil. It was beautiful summer,
Yeah,
and the fair was starting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 1 o'clock
exactly.
in the. So in the morning, I was waking up late, checking my mails, having a walk by the beach,
For
swimming,
sure.
having my lunch, and then going to the fair. This was amazing.
That's it.
And 6 hours later, the fair was over. So
Correct.
it was beautiful, really.
Good to know that you enjoy it.
Brazil always is a nice option. I like Brazil very much. I
Oh,
have been
very good.
several times. The culture, the people, always one of my favorites.
Very good to hear that.
Yeah, it's really nice to hear. All right, Renato, please.
Evren, just curiosity, because marble is not my business. The use of marble is just for construction, or can be used in other, they have other use for marble?
Well, mostly for construction, for sure. Also, like, it was first used by Roman Empire a lot, especially in my country. And then, in history, our country called Ottoman Empire. So when Ottoman Empire was established, it was not a culture about marble in this land. Ottoman Empire used it only in hammams. You know hammam? What is hammam? The
No,
Turkish
I
bath. Turkish bath, like it is a very oriental bath, typical to
yeah.
Ottoman Empire. So in Ottoman Empire, marble was used only in the bath, in the Turkish bath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
But now it's used in constructions. And elsewhere in the world, marble is used in graves. Grave, when you die, they bury you, make a monument. Like monuments, also marble is used a lot in arts, like making statues, making monuments. There are some artists with hand making marble objects or statues. What else? The powder of marble. There is a powder of marble when you break marble into pieces. So this is used in the food of some chicken. Some in chicken food. Also, this marble powder is used.
Oh,
It
yeah.
brings calcium. Yeah, it has calcium inside. Marble is made of calcium carbonate. So it has a lot of
Evren,
calcium inside. Yeah.
Evren, the marble powder, isn't it used to make floor tiles? Large floor tiles?
Yeah. Now I heard some companies also make it. I heard about it. Like they glue it with something, with cement or
Exactly.
with glue. Yeah, they make
Exactly.
another artificial material. I mean, semi-artificial, semi-natural material. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very famous in Brazil. We call it porcelanato.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it resembles
I heard
to
things
kind
like
of
that.
a ceramic. They're very big, one by 1 meter,
Yeah, because making large size tiles with marble is very difficult because we are dealing with nature. You cut the mountain, and this marble is made in 300 million years. So there are some, when you cut the mountain level by level, you see sometimes big cracks. So it's very difficult to get large tiles. For example, you have a project of 1,000 square meters and you need large tiles. It's very difficult to make it in that size, that quantity. So it's a natural material. So some companies make it like powder, break into pieces, glue it, and make another semi-natural, semi-artificial materials like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But I have a curiosity, because you just said that Istanbul seems to be another country inside a country. Yeah, it's a kind
Yeah.
of Vatican. Yeah,
Yeah.
but anyway, and I think that I'm curious because many people that go from Brazil to Turkey become really impressed, really amazed about the country, mainly when they go to Cappadocia and place like that. And I am really curious about that. I would like to go there, but I'm going to Italy next April, so I don't have the chance to go to Turkey this time. But anyway, and I'd like to know about Turkey because Turkey is part of the country is in Asia, part in Europe, yeah. And then you said that Istanbul seems to be another country inside Turkey. So I got curious about that.
Yeah. Well, when you look at the map, you will see that Turkey is in the middle of Eastern culture and Western culture. There are not
Yeah.
so many countries like that. It's very unique. Like Russia is the same. They're also in the middle of Eastern and Western cultures. So uh, Turkey consists of uh, different mentalities. Really, it is one of its kind. I mean, you can find very Western culture in Turkey on the Western parts, and you can find a lot of mid-Asia culture because original Turks are coming from Asia. Normally, our eyes was like years ago, it was like Chinese eyes.
Yeah.
Original Turkish people came from there. But you see that I don't have those eyes because in Turkey, all cultures mix together, like ancient Greeks, some Eastern Europes, some Middle Easterns, some Asians, all mixed. And this is the Turkish people now.
Yeah,
So
just a moment. Simone, could let me share the map of Turkey?
Yes, please. Just give me a second. I'm going to make a co-host because I cannot do that. And when he was talking about the map, I was just wondering, oh, what a shame that we cannot see it. Okay, just give me a second.
Okay, so I think that will become easier to explain us even.
yeah,
Yes. Okay, Renata, please share the map.
uh, so yeah, I mean, yeah,
It is. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So technically, Istanbul, when you look at the northwestern part of Turkey, you see Turkey, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So on the northwest, you will see Istanbul. On the northwest, can you see?
Istanbul.
Northwest.
Go to the left.
Here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there. Istanbul is there. So
Right.
Yeah.
technically, half of Istanbul belongs to Europe in European borders, like western part of Istanbul. Because in Istanbul, in the middle of Istanbul, there is a river or sea, what you can say. It is called Bosphorus. It's very famous. It's
Uh,
it cuts the city into two. Like in Budapest, you have Buda and Pest. We have a like a river cutting the city into two halves. Western part is in Europe technically, and eastern part is technically in Asian part. But culturally, it's all mixed because Istanbul, as I say, it's like another country. It has more than 20 million population right now, and Istanbul was the capital of Eastern Roma Empire, Byzantium. You know it maybe. Yeah, Istanbul was
Byzantine.
the Constantinopolis, the ancient name, and it was the capital of Eastern Roma, and then it was the capital of Ottoman Empire for 700 years. So it was uh, capital of Roma for like more than 1,000 years, and for like 600 years it was the capital of Ottoman Empire. So it's such a city that it includes palaces from Ottoman Empire. It includes castles and structures from Roman Empire. We have like church from like Hagia Sophia. You know it maybe, and it's from Roman Empire. We have other big mosques from Ottoman Empire. So we are a different kind of people. We are not Arabs. Some people think that Turks are Arabs. No, we are not Arabs. We are a mixed kind of people, like original Turks from Asia, and we are mixed here with the people here, with ancient Roman, like my fathers are coming from the western part of Turkey, city called Balıkesir, and the history of that city is full of Greeks. So in my blood, I have Greek blood mixed with maybe some Turks with Greeks and some Eastern Europeans, whatever. So it's a big mixture. The same situation is sometimes similar in Russia, because they are also in the middle of East and West. They have also very mixed cultures inside. I lived in Russia for some months, like 5-6 months. They are also very mixed. We have big majority Muslim people, but we are not the same mentality as Arabs. I mean, our Islam and their Islam is quite not the same, to be honest. And we have also Christian Turks. We have also Jewish Turks a lot. Not a lot, but we have many. So we are a different country of our own.
Yeah, and this kind of it's have a kind of characteristic that's quite similar to Brazil in terms of origins of people, because you have people from Italy, from German, from China, Japan, and so on. Yeah. Okay, great.
And I would like to tell you one thing. As I say, I experienced Brazil a lot, and normally Brazilian people and Turkish people are very far away from each other. But characteristics of Brazilian people and Turkish people are very similar to each other. Very similar. I was very surprised. It's very difficult to explain in how, but the characteristics of people are very similar. Very interesting.
I agree.
Yeah. And I suggest you to go to Istanbul, because it's really a beautiful city. I mean, the Bosphorus, you know, you will love it.
Yeah, you seem as. Go ahead. Sorry.
You know, everybody that had been to Turkey got really impressed from the country, and I think that I would like to visit Turkey. I think that you have a chance soon.
I hope so.
Yeah, thank you.
It seems as multicultural as Brazil is.
Is it what? Sorry?
Multicultural.
Like Portugal?
Multicultural. It seems like
multicultural. Yes, exactly. Multicultural. Yeah, exactly.
Many people.
Many. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like when I was in Brazil, I was watching your television, and the TV shows, like the movies, is very similar.
Oh, do you get that as well?
Yeah.
I'm glad it's not me, because I'm recording this today. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait. He'll be back, hopefully. Also something that I'm noticing, like in Turkey, usually you see like darker people, like us, like me, like brown, right? But he's quite light. So I'm gonna ask him about that, about his, like, if he's Greek. I know that many Greek people also tanned like me, but he's quite white, let's say, really light skinned. So I'm curious about that as well.
Did you meet him in the cruise ships?
Say again?
Did you meet him in the cruise ships?
Yes, we used to work together. Same as with Dora. Actually, I lost touch with him for a while, and through Dora, I got back in touch with him. So that's why he's here. She's the one who helped me out. She explained to him about the program, and then he came. He got in touch with me, and he was very excited about it. And he's been attending some of the other sessions. I don't know if some of you knew him already. I guess Renato has seen him.
Yeah.
Renato, do you remember him from other sessions?
No, I don't remember him. I think that's the first time that I've been with him.
Oh.
I thought you met him with your job.
Yes, we used to work on a cruise ship together.
Okay. I thought it was with Marble and
Oh no, he's back.
I
Oh,
heard
you got us so scared. I was just like, oh my goodness, what's gonna happen? No,
No, I
I
don't know
knew
what
you'd
I
be
don't know
back.
what happened. Sorry, guys.
No
The
worries.
internet was gone. I don't know what.
All right, so Mateus had some questions still, right?
Okay, hello
Yeah.
everyone. The question I have to you first is about marble. You said that marble has been exploited since the times of the Roman Empire. So since it's a natural resource, I would like to know if it's still abundant in Turkey as it was in the past, or now you have to dig deeper for that, or I don't know, look further for marble. And the the second question is about inflation. You know, I heard that Turkey has or had one of the highest, no, the highest inflation rate in the world, and Brazil in the previous year, Brazil reached the second highest level of inflation of the world. We have different explanations for that in Brazil, but I would like to know if you understand what's the reason for Turkey has such a high level of inflation. What explained that? If it's true, I don't know if it's correctly precise, you know.
Yeah. So to start with the first question, yes, we have still a lot of natural stone reserves. We have 40% of the whole world's marble and travertine resources. We have a lot of travertine. Most of the travertines are coming from Turkey and Spain also. They have a lot of travertine. Italy too. We have a lot because although Romans made some quarries, we call it quarry, where we get the material, but it was very few. And now with the marble industry, with technology, we are digging deeper and we have a lot of reserves. So if we continue like this, we still have reserves like more than 500 years. But the fashion is changing, so we cannot sell it as much as before. So about the second question about inflation, yes, it's true. We have a very, very high inflation rate time to time. Like I'm 47 years old now, and I witnessed different periods of my life that I saw big inflations in Turkey. And now we have the biggest one right now. And the reason is totally political. I mean, I can talk about it for many hours. It's a big subject. Yeah,
Okay,
it's a big subject, but to generalize, to make a summary, there are big plans in the world. I can say like that. There is a master plan in the world that affects the whole world, not only Turkey. And according to this master plan, there are big games are played on Middle East, especially. And in democracy, we think that we choose the people. Like Turkey is a republic, and we choose by election, same like your country. I lived in America too. For many years, I lived in New York. I know how things go in America too. And same as in America, same in Turkey, or same in many countries with election, we think that we choose the people, but it's not like that. There are only a few people that you can vote for. It's like this. You go to a restaurant, they give you menu, and in the menu, there are only two options. So both options, you don't like them. So you have to choose one of them because there's no other choice. When you choose it, they say that, okay, you choose it. But there was no option. And who organized these two options? It is secret.
Okay. All right.
Somebody organized in America too. This is what I witnessed. I lived in America, as I say. And always there is one Democrat, one Republican, and there is no third alternative. If both of them are bad, so who will you choose for? So these people are organized, especially in Turkey, organized by someone else. And they imply the policies of some external policies. I'm talking as a summary. This is a deep subject. In the world, I see two systems that that don't work, two systems. One of them is democracy. This system do not work efficiently. And the second system is marriage system. I think it's also not working very efficiently, to be honest. These two systems, they seem like they're working good, but they are not efficient enough.
Okay,
Oh,
I
that
got
was a
it.
good one.
Yeah.
Okay, the way you talk, Evren, we can really hear that there are indeed so many similarities with Brazil, like Turkey and
Yeah.
Brazil. So
That's
many.
another one.
Yes,
Yeah.
one of many. Okay, Laura, please, she's back with another question.
No,
I
just
still would like to hear the rest, right? Dora,
yeah, no,
Angelica,
I'm sorry.
Fabio,
Just a quick
Mariana.
question
No. You
to
go ahead.
Mateus, actually.
Oh,
Where
okay.
did you see Brazil has the second biggest inflation in the world?
Do you have the second biggest one?
No, we don't.
You don't? Okay.
Absolutely not. Mateus asked this. Mateus said this. I'd like to ask him, where did he see this?
Well, I'm sorry, the level of inflation?
Yeah, you said we have the second biggest inflation in the world.
No, I said that, no, it's not the level of inflation, sorry, I think I expressed myself wrong. We had the second worst currency in 2024 in terms of depreciation. Did you understand?
God, come on. We
Currency.
have Venezuela, Argentina.
Would
You
you like
know,
me to show?
Yeah, can you show me the database, please?
Okay,
No, I
I'll make a quick research here, just a
I
moment.
think that
Yeah,
that
because you said
Mateus is talking
inflation.
about the devaluation of the currency. I think that
Yeah, there are
Mateus
two different things.
I expressed myself wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that Brazil was the worst performance in terms of devaluation in the world.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Mateus is right. Yeah.
Our currency was the second most depreciated in 2024, just behind Turkey.
How
That's
about
the fact.
Venezuela, Argentina?
No.
But this
no.
year,
Laura,
no.
It's
Laura,
this
they're
economic
not talking about
situation.
inflation.
Currency
They're talking about
devaluation. It's
reais.
another subject.
Yeah, guys,
Currency depreciation.
guys, I am an economist with master and PhD. That's why I'm asking this. You know?
Yeah,
We
I
have
know. I think that
we have
there
one
is a
of the
difference.
worst in the last year. I mean, unbelievable things are happening in Turkey. I mean, we might have the worst maybe this year. I don't know. It's crazy right now in Turkey.
Yeah,
It's very
because
crazy.
I saw in the top
We are keeping. I mean, our government is trying to keep the dollar and euro currency stable as much as possible. But inside the country, in terms of Turkish lira, the prices of everything, like if I buy a bottle of Coca-Cola last year, and if I buy it this year, the price is more than double. This is
the
unbelievable.
inflation.
Yeah, but this is the worst I have ever seen in my life. And
I
this
believe
is
that.
because of our government is doing something on purpose, deliberately. They are doing it with a program. They are trying to destabilize the country. They killed agriculture. They killed industry. This is a part of a big master plan from outside, let's say.
Yeah, I totally believe in you. Yeah, but I can't see this information about Brazil. Sorry.
Okay,
I can't find these. I can't see these. I'd just like to know where you saw this, you know?
Okay.
All right, guys. I still like to hear Mariana, maybe Fabio or Angelino, Dora with a question to Evren. We will talk about Brazil another time. Okay, sorry. It's about Evren today. So Evren, they're thinking about their question. I'm gonna go ahead and ask a question. Like in Turkey, you're talking about marriage, they don't work. Is it still like that they have to have the two families get together and make a decision for the couple? Like
you mean the
arranged,
father and mother of
yeah,
the bride?
like pre-arranged marriages.
No.
And
Like
no, it's not.
it is like this. Okay, in many countries, in many cultures, when you go to village, it is quite more conservative. When you go to city, it is more modern. So in many countries, it is more or less sometimes like this, sometimes like that. But in Turkey too. I mean, like maybe 70 years ago, in the villages, like people were looking for a good candidate for their kids, and sometimes suggesting that you should marry this or that. But this was like many years ago, and it was in the more village, more conservative parts. In today's Turkey, in cities, or still even in villages, it's not like that.
So people do marry for love. Couples,
Yeah. Now, same elsewhere in the world, people marry for many different reasons, for love or for economical reasons, for some other
And
reasons.
how about like divorce
Same as
rates?
everywhere in the world.
Like
you know.
divorce, the rates on
They
divorce.
divorce
Also
now
high?
a lot. Like
High?
again, same like everywhere in the world. People divorce like crazy. My friends who are married, they tell me, please don't marry. Your life is perfect like this. So this is the same everywhere. As I say, marriage system is I don't know. It's not working very good. I see, I'm talking as a friend. I see that like 10 or 20% maximum of the married couples seem to be really okay. There is another like 30-40% which are not okay, but it's going somehow. And the rest are together either because of the kids or because of some economical situations or divorced.
That's good.
It's a risk investment.
A risk.
Yeah, it is big. This is the biggest risk investment, the biggest one. Because now, because of the laws, you know, in Turkey, we have the same laws like in Europe or in America. So if you marry a wrong woman and divorce after 3 years, maybe you have to take care of her like your whole life because of the laws. So you have to think twice.
I bet. Okay, let's move on. Dora, you have a question?
Yes, I have. Well, if we are in this subject, so you've ever been thinking about getting married? Did you have girl who would you love to get married with, or you always just focused on your business? What is
No,
Oh, she's putting him on the spot. I can see he's getting a little bit nervous.
no.
Thanks, Dora.
No, no,
We were all together in the ship 22 years ago, so we know each other very well.
No.
Well, I was not focused only on business, of course. I focused on girls very much, but to be honest, I was not lucky to find the right person. Like, right person doesn't mean the most perfect person. No. But according to me, I should like her character, or her character must be good for me, and also my character must be good for her. Not only character, I have to like her as a woman too, because if I like her only as a friend, I have friends which are not attractive in another way. So she has to be attractive. She has to be also, for me, attractive, not the most attractive woman in the world. But in my life, I had girlfriends like that, but I never get close to the marriage situation because I could not find that feeling. I found that feeling only to one person when I was in university, like 27 years ago. I felt her in my heart that she was the right person, but she had another boyfriend. She got married. She was aware of me. She was looking at me. I don't know. I'm still waiting for her to divorce. She had 2 kids. I'm still waiting. Maybe. Well, you never know. After 50, I can marry. Why not? And because at the same time, maybe my life destiny, you know, you call it destiny or whatever. 2.5 years ago, I opened my own company, and it's very difficult to make business. I'm slowly building my business, and I have a lot to do. And if I had 2 kids or a family that I have to take care of economically, I could not open the company and take risks because it's a lot of risks to open a company. Like this month, I had good sales, but we never know what will happen this year, right? Right. So maybe I will meet my wife after I stabilize my business, my economy. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
But let me tell you one more thing. I think life gives us now, in my opinion, we are in this life to develop ourselves, or how to call it, to learn something,
Improve.
to improve ourselves, to learn something, to apply it and be better. So life gives us what we need, not the best. Like, for example, if I was very rich, I marry Alessandra Ambrosio, my dream woman. Maybe I could not develop myself, maybe I would not improve myself very well. So life is giving me what I need, or doesn't give me, maybe, if it will not develop me so far. This is what I think.
Thank you so
Well,
much for
Dora,
your
that was a
answer.
good
Thank
that was
you.
a good answer. Huh, Dora?
Yes, yes, thank you so much. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, just complimentary to that. Would you mind, I mean, having a girl from another country, or you really want to stay married to a Turkish lady, let's say?
No.
You're open to other
I can give
countries?
you a very exact answer. Since I was a kid, I was very much interested in international things. My character is very international. When I was a very little kid, I knew all the flags of other countries when I was 8 years old, 9 years old. I learned foreign language very quick. And after university, I started with the ship, my life abroad. I lived in America. I lived a little bit in Greece. I lived in Russia. I visited 37 countries, 5 continents. So I'm very much international person. And since early ages, I find girls from other countries very attractive, women from other. So this is very ridiculous. I don't know the reason. That it has no logic, but this is me. I find very interesting to have a relationship with a woman from another country. I searched many times from different countries, and I had not a lot of, I had some girlfriends from different countries, but Turkish girls, I'm very good friends with them.
I already knew the answer, but I thought it was interesting to hear. Okay, Renato, please go ahead with your question.
Everyone how was your approach, your relationship in USA, and how long did you live there? How was your ability or your confidence to speak in English there? Because your natural language is Turkish, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
how
my
did you
native.
do that?
Yeah, my native language is in Turkish, of course, but I went to private school in my country, and since 8 years old, we started to learn English. And when I was 12, we started to study mathematics and science in English too. So from 12 years old, all my classes were in English. And I went to a university in Turkey, also a private university. All subjects, all lessons were in English also. We had some American teachers too. And I was also very much interested in foreign language. I was always, at those dates, we had no internet, but I was bringing magazines from England or America, like football magazines, which I like very much. So my English was very good. And then after the school, I went to the cruise ship. That was my first job, where I met Simone and Dora. I worked in a very luxury cruise ship, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, Splendor of the Seas. And that was my first job in my life. And everybody was foreigner. All day we spoke in English. There was no Turkish, only 1 or 2 Turkish other than me. And then I decided to go to America, because my plan was to make international business. I decided about it when I was 20 years old. And so I had to save some money. So that's why I went to the ship and I saved some money because it was good money for that age. And then I moved to New York and I had my master's degree school there. And I lived there 4 years, 3 years in New York, 1 year in New Jersey. Also, I started my first business trials about textile importing, but it was not successful. But I learned many things. So living in New York, you know, in New York, New York is not like America. It's like capital of the world. There are a lot of people from different countries. Their English also was not very good. So it is a very international atmosphere in New York. I like very much. That's why. For example, if you go to Ohio or Indianapolis, it's mostly all Americans, and their speaking is very fast. They talk very fast. They have different accents. From Texas, they have different accents. From California, they have different accents. But in New York, it's like this Zoom meeting, you know, everybody is from another country, you know. So I had no problem.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I think Angelina wants to ask you something. Right? Go ahead.
Oh, by the way, I worked for Royal Caribbean as well. In '99, I was working for Royal Caribbean, but in a European reservation center in London, a bit outside London. So I was doing the reservation for all the ships. So it's nice to meet you, actually.
1997 and 1999, right?
No, only 99. And if you work there for 1 year, you get a free cruise ship. I didn't work there for 1 year. I lived a little bit less. So after 1 year, you get a free cruise ship, and you can choose a ship, and you can choose the itinerary and go wherever you want for free.
So it was amazing. So you knew about our ship, Splendor of the Seas.
Yeah. And every 2 or 3 years comes a new ship, and you had to answer all the questions from the customers. It was quite nice. Anyway, the question is, Turkey has the highest refugee number in the world. So can you feel that personally, that there are a lot of refugees?
Yeah. I didn't know that we were the number one. I can believe it. Now the problem is still again political issues, unfortunately, and this is caused by our terrible president, I must say. Some political games are being played, and suddenly 2 years ago, after this war in Syria, our president decided to open the borders in the east. And suddenly, in a few weeks, thousands and then hundreds of thousands people came. Some of them are Syrians, but some of them, believe me, we do not know from where they're. And they came a lot. And not all of them are good and innocent people. There are a lot of different people that we don't know from where they're. And after 1 year, we opened another border. I mean, our president opened another border, and a lot of refugees came from Afghanistan. Now, we thought that these are good people escaping, so let's help them. But it's not always like that. There are a lot of terrorists also coming from there, and they made a lot of bombings in Turkey. And now the situation in Syria changed. Some of the Syrians are going back to their country, but we have now few millions of Syrians. And the president is using this situation to get votes because he wants to give Turkish citizenship to these people so that they will vote for this president. But they do not pay tax, so we pay for the tax. For example, I go to a hospital, but the refugee person can go before me and without any tax, and he has a special card, identification card, that he can take medical assistance before me. Like they have this priority. I don't know why. So of course we are open to everybody, and everybody is a human, no matter what country from. But there are a lot of political games are being played about this, and as we have this big amount of refugees, now Europe and America they do not want to give visa to Turkish people because it's not Turkish people. They think that if they issue visa in Turkey, these immigrants will immigrate to Europe. That's what they think. So I'm a normal person. I make business. So even I also have difficulty sometimes getting visa, which is not good. Like normal tourists have difficulty in going to Europe, but refugees somehow find a way to go there. So I think everything should be made legally, in legal terms, because when this immigration happens, usually the normal people in that country, they do not immigrate. But there are a lot of people who do not want to work or who want to earn quick money or do something illegal, they immigrate. So when they come, they create more crime. The crime rate increases. So it's a big problem in the world, not only in Turkey. It's a big problem around the world, this immigration. I think we must separate. Being humanist is something else, and I strongly agree with being humanist. I am I think humanist person too, but the immigration must be with certain rules, not like this. This is my opinion.
Okay, that was a
Thank
very
you.
elaborated answer. Let's go for the last question. Mariana, please.
Well, from my understanding, you've traveled a lot, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, for me, I mean, there are people who traveled much more than
Well,
me.
you've traveled more than me, that's for sure. I wanted to ask, from all the countries and cities you visited, which one was your favorite and why?
I mean, life teach me this. I lived in a few countries too, not only traveled. Life teach me that the best place in the world is if you are with the best people around you. This is the best place in the world. Like a few close friends or a family member, if you are happy with them, wherever you are, this is the best place. Like I lived in New York. In the beginning, I was alone. I met with people. Okay, I joined to some clubs. I joined some societies. It took me like 2 years to find the people which I enjoy. So New York is the most popular, one of the most popular cities in the world. But even there, without right people, even New York is not good. I understand this. But in terms of, let's say, country or culture, the best, I mean, the best is different. Like the best in nature, Brazil is one of the most beautiful, has one of the most nature. In terms of culture, there are many different countries. I like many different cultures. Like your country, Portuguese culture, I love very much. And the nature of Lisbon, the city of Lisbon is very beautiful. Your culture, your people are one of my favorite, Portuguese people. I love them very much. Their character, they're very nice to talk, very nice to have fun together, very nice to drink together. You know, I like Portuguese wines as well.
There
Switzerland
were
is
lots of
very beautiful.
Portuguese, eh? There were lots of Portuguese on the ship.
Yeah, I like them very much. Our Portuguese friends, very fun people. Switzerland is very beautiful. I like winter very much. I'm a winter person, not a summer person, and I like, for example, Switzerland. Unbelievable for me. The villages, the nature, the culture, for me amazing. Italy is an amazing country. I mean, when you ask anybody in the world, everybody will love Italians. You will not find anybody who will not like Italians. This is so nice of them. Like some people hate some people, but nobody hates Italians.
Oh, Renato, that's good for you. Good to hear. He's going to Italy soon. So now you know. Gonna have a great time.
There are very beautiful Mediterranean countries I like very much. Many people like Mediterranean cultures. Like I like also Swedish culture, Sweden, or Scandinavian cultures. I like also very much, although they drink more than enough. They drink too much. Okay, I like alcohol too. I drink a lot, not a lot, but few days a week. But in Scandinavia, they drink a lot. But other than that, their culture is very, very nice. I like German culture. I respect them a lot. They have this systematical way. Maybe not the funniest people, but I respect a lot. British people, I like very much. They are very fun to drink with.
To drink with.
Oh, they are very funny. Their jokes are unbelievable. I don't know who else. Like Morocco. Morocco is a very interesting place. They have very beautiful architecture, very interesting culture. Their architecture is very, very beautiful. This is very interesting. I mean, they are not a very well-developed country, but their architecture is amazing. Their food is nice. So many things. I mean, in every country, there's something good. But your Portugal is one of the best, I can tell you.
All right, guys. I think it's time. Time is up. We're gonna have to end this lovely session. Evren, it was really nice. We had so many different topics. I was thinking at the beginning, oh, we're just gonna talk about Turkey. We're not gonna talk about anything else. More about, you know, like visiting your country or food and stuff like that. But we did go deep, and you really managed all the topics. And I'm very happy to have had you here. And I hope to see you very soon. Please talk to your sister, because I'd like to have her here as well.
Okay,
and
I'll
then
tell
for the
you.
rest of you guys, thank you also for being here.
You, bye-bye.
Same as every month.
Thanks for listening to me.
Yes, 8
Thanks
meetings.
for joining. Thank you, everybody.
I will
Thank
see
you
you
so
soon.
much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.